at the time when you actually give the kind of balance that need to be stopped between the things you have to make decisions on in terms of making festive, whether it's Christmas or any occasion. You have the much better chance of doing it with the measure than we would do the measure not being taken today. And I think let us see how this go up in a few weeks. Thanks the mass of Chris, and that's a go with of ITV News. Prime Minister, thank you. You ruled out was the first lockdown, and due to the local restrictions and test the trade now have assumed it to be totally inadequate. Why did you think that they will have to get it out of the scattering lockdown? If I may, do you believe the amount of lockdown will be enough to allow families to get together at Christmas? And do you like to believe that the Prime Minister that spring will think will be pretty up by spring? Well, normally first, why I think the local approach remained the right approach, and what you know, I talk about what we're going to do with the lateral flow. Testing on kind of testing that going to rolling out really. Oh, that's works so well if you have a local buy-in, local support, local organizations, local council, public health director, everybody involved together. That we seem to apply to all the measure that we want to put in place. That's why the regional approach was right. The second reason is if the local approach was right, as I say, when you have a situation in which a very big country with a huge population, you have to very considerable the disparity and incidence a local not to treat the whole country the same. And you heard that point made by Jonathan Manton and another very recently. And I think that the whole a lot of work the trouble we got. I'm afraid normally is that the local leadership and the local initiative, and since they make progress, they did get the R down in the area or lower than it would otherwise. I have no questions that they made a huge sacrifice and the efforts were huge that we continue, and what it really would have worked in those area. The problem was if you just seeing too many cases really taken top across the whole country, and it wasn't coming down that fast enough in those most badly affected area. And so you have to take the judgment, you have to try and how to get this thing, get the right down on the control of the measure that it was setting. Then to, as I say, to come out of this in December, and hopefully people will have something a bit closer to a normal Christmas. As a result,